Hello, this is Back Corner Comics, and today we're going to be talking about Buzz Sawyer Volume 1, The War in the Pacific by Roy Crane. So, just to kind of give a backstory of Roy Crane, he was like a golden age newspaper strip cartoonist. He did a serial adventure strip called Captain Easy and Wash Tubs, or Wash Tubs and Captain Easy, I think is how you say it. So he left that Wash Tubbs and Captain Easy and started Buzz Sawyer. And there's this really good essay in the front end of this book. And if you do pick it up, I recommend reading it. It sets the tone perfectly for what you're about to read. But essentially, this is a World War II comic that was coming out during World War II in the newspapers. And you really get a sense of Americana throughout it. There is a bit of, racism towards the Japanese, but I think that was just kind of the overall tone of that era and the comics of that era, unfortunately. But it's good to kind of preserve that because, if you kind of change it or ignore it, then I mean, come on, that's like worse than actually historically preserving the the comics of that time period. But yeah, so this is Buzz Sawyer. I've been reading this. I haven't finished this volume, but I've been enjoying it. Recently, Volume 5 came out, and it kind of, there's Buzz, but it kind of inspired me to pick up the rest of the series. Now, these were out of print, so the first 4 volumes are hard to get. I think you can get Volume 2 on Amazon still. Lots of pretty girls. But yeah, I think you can still find most of these for a good price. I think Volume 4 is the most expensive. I was able to get it for a good price. That's why I got it. But if you keep your eyes out, you should be able to find them no problem. And this isn't something I like to do on the channel, by the way. I don't like to I don't like to talk about books that are hard to get because I know how difficult it is to see a video on a book that you really like, but you can't find it for a good price. So I don't do it to create FOMO or to make people jealous. I do it to kind of throw awareness that this is a series that Fantagraphics is kind of continually putting out. Volume 5, like I said, Volume 5 just came out, and the gap between Volume 4 and 5 was like 10 years or something. So obviously they wanted to come back in a big way, and I just wanted to promote the series so that way people are more aware of it. But you get a lot of like kind of action arcs where Buzz will be trapped on an island, or there's like a bombing raid on a specific ship, and so he goes out on in his plane with his gunner Sweeney, and so Sweeney's kind of like the comedy character, and yeah, they just go out and blow up ships and stuff. It's really cool, very fun. Lots of girls, like I said. You get flashbacks when he was younger sometimes. His parents are kind of more involved than I thought they would be. But I think the most crowning achievement in terms of artwork here is the duo shade going on. So if you're not familiar with duo shade is a technique used with a specific type of paper, and the paper underneath it has layers of different tones. And the way that you bring the tones out is the use of different chemicals. And I believe that different chemicals would bring out the different shades. So if you wanted something darker, you would use a different chemical than you would if you wanted something a little lighter. And he actually draws with this. So you can see here, he's drawing that snowy little tree with the duo shade. And here as well. And he was a master with this stuff. And this comic doesn't read like a comic from the 40s, to be honest with you. It's snappy, it's fun, it's engaging. The only thing that is remotely dated is the representation of Japanese people, which in the essay, it says that later on in life, Roy Crane visited Japan and his whole kind of view on Japanese people shifted because he saw that they were, people and that they didn't deserve to be just, mockeries of what they actually are. So he changes that kind of approach later on in the series. Planes are drawn fantastically. That's a missile of some kind. And what's exclusive to this volume, I believe, is these extra, not extra large, but just these Sunday pages that kind of fold out. So it's like folded here, then you fold it out, and you're getting the full page. And I think this is the only volume they did like this. The rest of them are just Sunday pages kind of shrunk down to fit this page size. So volume 1 is a little bit unique in that regard. And as you can tell, there's a few here. I guess an old Buzz Sawyer advertisement. Right there. Fun stuff. But yeah, so this is the first volume of the Buzz Sawyer reprints that Fantagraphics have been putting out. I'm a big comic strip fan, so if you have any comic strips to recommend, please shoot them down below. Before we go, I forgot to mention that Roy Crane did inspire Milton Caniff and Alex Toth. So he is a giant in terms of an artist, and I can't wait to read more Roy Crane stuff. I want to get the Captain Easy Sunday pages that Fantagraphics put out. So yeah, keep an eye out for that if you like this video, if you like Buzz Sawyer. And don't forget to send me some recommendations of newspaper strips, because I'm always down to experience a new newspaper strip. So this is Back Corner Comics. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later.